Hi, everyone. My name is Shavanaka Kelly, and I'm back with Beyond the Policy webcast. And today I have an extra special caller with us today. Caller, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your nonprofit?
How everybody doing? My name is Jacarrie Carr, and I am the CEO of a nonprofit in Milwaukee, Wisconsin called Jacarrie Kicks for Kids, where our mission is to enhance the self-esteem of less fortunate youth while lessening the self-consciousness of being underprivileged. So essentially how I started off collecting new and gently used shoes, painting them over and giving them a brand new colorway. And then right before school starts, giving the kids in the community a pair of sneakers, book bags with supplies, and free haircuts and hairdos. That way, when everybody go to school, everybody is fresh to death. Everybody has the supplies they needed, that's needed, and nobody can be bullied or teased for what they do not have.
Okay, I love that, Jakari. So can you tell me, like, how did this even become a thing? Like, how did you get started? What inspired Jakari Kicks for Kids?
Yes, ma'am. It's so funny. I'll never forget my mom. My mom been in the daycare business probably since 2000. So my mom had a daycare for a long time. I've been around kids since I was like 9 years old, or around other people kids. And maybe in what is it, 2025? So about 2012, 2013, I was just trying to figure my way out in life and figure out what I want to do with my life. So I was going to college at UWM, and I'll never forget we had this family that attended my mom daycare. It was a family of 10, but they lived in a one-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
And so they would come to the kids would come to the camp, and it was 8 of the kids and mom and her sister. They'll come to the camp and they wanted to play basketball. And I'll never forget one of the guys, he had a super big hole in his shoe. So I was teaching him like some basic training, and he had a super big hole in his shoe. And the hole in his shoe would prevent him from playing basketball because every time he would go to do a move, the shoe would kind of talk.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I'll never forget just talking to him because I always had like nice sneakers and things like that about getting him a pair of sneakers as long as he did good in school. So we worked out that day. He ended up getting on the van. We took him home. And that night, I just said, I'm going to try to see if I can get some sneakers to help this young man out. So I used Facebook as my platform. I went on there just saying I got this young guy who's in need of sneakers. If I can get him some sneakers, it'll help his chances of playing basketball, and I can change his behavior because now that he know I'm supporting him, he'll want more support in the future. And I'll never forget this guy donated me a pair of Lakers sixes. They were black and yellow, and they were brand new. And so I picked those shoes up, and then this is when I knew it was meant for me to do it. After I picked those shoes up, I went to the gas station to get some gas. And there was a homeless man at the gas station, and he had on one black Air Force One
Mhm.
and one white Air Force One. But you could tell one of them was like a size 11, and the other one was like a size 9 or 9.5.
Wow.
Um, no, I'll never forget I had these new LeBron James shoes, and some just told me to give him the shoes. I know it was God. He was just like, give him the shoes. You'll get them back. And so that's when I kind of knew that was my calling, because I gave him my brand new shoes, and then I got the other kid some brand new shoes, and he started to play AAU, and he started to do good in school. So that's how I knew it was meant for me to start. So then from that point, I just started collecting shoes off Facebook and friends and peers that were sneakerheads. And I did my first ever event on November 11th of 2013, and I gave away 600 pair of sneakers that I collected from the community.
Wow.
When I
That's amazing.
when I Yes, man, when I first started collecting them, I would paint some of them, and then the ones that were in decent condition, I would just go to the cleaners and
Hmm.
wash them at the cleaners in the big cleaners, cause that way to get all the shoes clean.
Hmm.
And then I would just refurbish them all and make sure everybody has sneakers. And once I did that, and I had a line outside like the new Jordans came out, I'm like, oh yeah, God, this is what you want from me. And so then I was going to school at UWM. I was taking summer classes, and I took a class called Starting a Nonprofit with Professor Deborah Blanks.
Hmm.
And I was the only kid in the classroom as a freshman with an idea, and
Hmm.
she changed the whole class from starting a nonprofit to calling it Jacarrie Kicks for Kids. And she used the whole class to help me start my nonprofit.
Stop. Oh, that's amazing.
Yep,
God is amazing,
yep.
let me tell you.
God is a good dude. He's a good.
God is amazing. Look at that. You literally are changing the world by putting shoes on people's feet.
Yes, ma'am. The slogan is changing the world 2 feet at a time.
Oh, I love that. That's a hallelujah moment. I've known that you've done great things in the community. I see it. Like you've been great to my children. And so I really appreciate that. So what I would like to do, Jakari, is to present you with a vacation voucher to honor you for all the work that you've done in the community. So it's a vacation voucher where you can, there's about 120 destinations that you can choose from. And that way
Wow.
you can kind of, take a break from changing the world and take a nice vacation somewhere. It's basically my thanks for all the work that you're doing in Milwaukee and beyond. I thank you for like just helping the kids who may not have that parental guidance that they need to be successful. I did want to ask you, can you talk about some of your mentors that have helped you along the way?
Yes, ma'am. So God is so good because, like I said, I was just thinking about what I want to do my whole life. I always knew I was different. So
Mhm.
even growing up in the inner city, growing up in the hood, I always knew I was the different friend. I was the one that's like, bro, why we on food stamps when we could just go get money? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Always thinking that way. So when I went to school, one of my favorites, her name is Miss Johnson. She was my professor
okay.
at UWM, and I'll never forget her. What she would do is, I met her in class in one of my Africology classes, and she seen that I was trying. A black man trying, and so she went from being like a professor to like a grandma figure, like doing
Okay.
plenty grandma activity in college. So
Mhm,
she helped me to like stay on track and understand that it's important to be on track and then also use your resources.
mhm,
Besides them, my parents have always been great mentors, just putting me in position
mhm.
to be great. Like they wouldn't let me go to public school. So I've always been like Emmaus Lutheran, Milwaukee Lutheran, like always in that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. For some of my big time mentors who I wouldn't be this far today without is Alan Rupel.
Okay.
Alan Rupel. I met him through St. Marcus through Jim Daca. I met
Mhm,
him through Jim Daca.
mhm.
We started Saturday school at St. Marcus, and then we started doing summer programming and after school programming. That guy is just an amazing guy. I'll never forget we met. He seen that I was an African American male that was trying, that was doing everything the right way, and he gave me all of his connections. He took me to all of his donors, and he's now the director of my nonprofit organization. But he pretty much gave me like all of his resources, and now all of those resources back me today.
Wow,
I'm
that's
super
amazing.
duper. Yes, ma'am. I'm super grateful for him and super grateful for Jim Daca introducing me to him.
Mhm,
Remember, I told you when I first started Jacarrie Kicks for Kids, I would paint some shoes,
mhm,
but then some shoes I would take to the laundromat to clean. I used to go to Suds or Duds on 91st and off of 91st and Silver Spring. And the owner, or 91st and Mill Road, almost by 91st and Mill Road. I'm sorry. And the owner, his name is Sean O'Brien.
mhm.
So when I started up I'm bringing bags of shoes, carrying them in here is like kind of like three, four, five, six big bags of shoes. And he came to me one day. He said, "Bro, what are you doing with all those shoes?"
Yeah.
And I told him what I do. And after my first year, every time I went to wash shoes, it was free. He would give me free washers. He would give me free cleaners.
Mhm,
And now to this day, me and him are super close.
mhm,
So he sponsored all of my events. He introduced me to all of his resources, and we just was able to put bookshelves and we stocked them all up with books in all of the laundromats.
mhm,
So when the kids or their parents are washing the clothes, the kids can work on reading literacy.
mhm.
So he backs me big time, and I wouldn't be that far without him. Jim Daca is another one, just a great guy that supported me and gave me some great resources as far as helping me stay on track with just doing the right thing. Ronald Kelly, of course, which is your
Yeah,
husband,
I know that guy.
really really good guy, and just helped me to understand kind of how to navigate life when things are going right and when things ain't going right, and just as a person I look up to because he looked like me, and he just always have like the perfect advice. And then those are some of my main ones
Mhm.
that I was blessed to come across, that I'm super super thankful for.
Awesome. Yeah, I said that this year is going to be my year of collaboration. So let me know whatever I can do to assist you. I will have access to like some sponsorship dollars. So I definitely want to make sure that Jacarrie Kicks for Kids can benefit for that from that. As you know, I've started my own insurance agency, and my goal is to basically educate people on the benefits of insurance. So I would love to collaborate and partner with you, what you're doing, and then that way we can change the world one person at a time.
Yes, ma'am. And I got 200 kids right now in this summer camp. So if you would like, we can put together an after school event or a weekend event. I'll sponsor food and I'll have all those parents come, and you can give your spiel about your insurance agency because our people need insurance and they
Absolutely.
need they They need to hear from people that they respect and that I also respect, and I would never bring them around nobody that I don't respect.
Yeah.
And you're highly respected, and I appreciate you
Thank
more than you
you.
know.
Thank
So
you.
I will make sure we can do that as well.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking my call. It was nice to hear more about Jacarrie Kicks for Kids. And I'll be in touch with more information about the voucher and then also like a sponsorship collaboration as well.
Yes, ma'am. And I think Ivana sent me her application.
She did good, good. I've been on
Yeah,
her
yeah,
about
yeah.
that. Like Ivana, please get this over to Mr. Carr because you know money is tight.
Man, hey, life is crazy. So, yup. If you got anybody else that's seniors that want to apply, I got them as well. Just tell them let me know as soon as possible.
Okay.
And I appreciate you, Miles. Gratitude is my attitude.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Carr. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.